Welcome to Season 3 of the Knack for Business podcast. Over 300 episodes strong, we're here to ignite your entrepreneurial spirit with fresh insights, networking gems, and creative strategies that elevate your game. Are you ready to discover what your Knack for Business truly is? Your hosts are Bernie Franz Grote from Creative Insight and Wayne Pratt from Motivate You Inc.
Today's topic is Love-Fueled Business, the new pathway to prosperity. From the audience's perspective, how can you break free from feeling stuck in your business and start growing with purpose and profitability? That is what our guest is about today, Carolyn Cooper McOuatt from Inspired Connection. Carolyn is a game-changing business catalyst, renowned for her ability to transform organizations and leaders. With her innovative Aim High system, she ignites authenticity, purpose, and passion in professionals, driving unprecedented growth and profitability. Carolyn's unique approach creates a fearless environment where businesses overcome obstacles, gain laser-sharp clarity, and pursue high-impact intentional strategies. Her powerful blend of empathy and bold leadership propels companies to manifest extraordinary results, confidently on their new path to prosperity. Carolyn, welcome back. And give us a favorite quote.
I have many. I'm leading my mastermind right now, and we're focusing on strategic planning. So here's the quote. It's by Joe Vitale. It says this: a goal should scare you a little bit and excite you a lot. I love that quote because that's the truth. When we build these bold, big visions for our business to evolve and grow and expand and take that purpose, passion to profitability, it really does need to stretch you out of your comfort zone and scare you a little bit, but also be so exciting that the fear does not stop you from taking strategic action.
I think you have a favorite hero, and I believe Emma Smiley is that person. Tell me about Emma.
Oh, Emma. Emma was my adopted mentor in my teens and early 20s. She had an incredible energy and aura about her. Just to be in her presence, I felt accepted and loved and inspired. And she taught me certain phrases and a principle and philosophy that I have carried since I was 18 for many decades, that has been the anchor in my success. And it's called thinking above the line. The truth is that life is hard sometimes. We have to make critical decisions. Sometimes we're stagnant and lost because we don't have the confidence to make those decisions. What she taught me, I created a framework for people to understand. So for those people that are listening, I just want to give you a practical application of this simply, because it's the simple things that we remember. Is draw a line across your page. That line truly is a line of decision. When we make a decision, everything changes. The line of decision above the line is curiosity. I wonder what this could be. I wonder what solution or answer I can find right now. That's even if you're facing some of the hardest things in your business or your life. I am curious who I can contact, that I can find answers to this issue. So it goes from a closed mind below the line, from doubt, fear, judgment, resentment, and blame, to above the line, which is curiosity and purpose. So that's why I'm so passionate about vision, because we have to know where we're going and what decision can I make right now in alignment with my vision that I can find solutions immediately. So this philosophy I think about every day. Any issues I'm facing in my life or business, go to thinking above the line, which is being curious. Curiosity is the cure to finding answers and solutions with an open mind, an open heart, and a willingness to ask for what it is you want and need. Allow that to happen and receive that information, that wisdom, that next step. It just profoundly changed my life. And she's taught me many other aspects, but that's the critical one I wanted to share today.
Carolyn, you seem to have found a niche that you have a disproportionate amount of coaches that seem to have fallen into your orbit. I'm interested in, we all try to hold out our best, and sometimes we don't deliver our best. How do you stay uplifting and purposely naive and hopeful when people don't ship? When people don't do what they say they do?
Oh, wow. I have a system, my own signature system that is very complex, but I've made it very simple for people to understand. And it is called the Aim High system. It is 6 steps. So everything I do is connected to these 6 steps. And it's taken me 40 years to dive deep into each step. And each step builds on the one before. Here's the first step. And this is the biggest foundation of success in regards to that. It's called truth. So we absolutely need to look deep down into the mirror and tell yourself the truth. What is it that's working? What is it that's not working? Is it that I need to change, that I need to let go of, that I need to alter in order to move forward? The second step is trust. Unless we trust ourselves, unless we trust in, you may call it the universe, you may call it the divine, I call it God. Unless I trust that I have my own internal voice of wisdom, that gentle, nudging, calling voice that really wants us to level up, to be all that we can be, unless I trust that and follow it and follow its guide, I don't succeed. And in the trust is also trusting yourself to make the right decisions. The third step is value. I call it the real hard game-changing step in my masterminds and in working with businesses and organizations. What is specifically the value that you represent? Most people don't know the answer to that question. What is the value? And it's not what you think. It's what your clients, your communities think is the value that you contribute. That needs to be understood and honored as a business leader. And I suggest to take that information into interviewing your clients, telling them, I'm curious. What is the value that I represent for you? That information is priceless. It can go into your marketing materials, your introductions, and your signature process formula, method, system. The fourth is focused energy. Unless we can be present in the moment and have focus on what it is we're doing and not be distracted, it's another significant step in the process. And the last one is what I call flying to the finish line, which is celebrating. When we have wins in our business or life, it's really important to celebrate with that gratitude, that appreciation, but also externally with our dream team, our staff, and our strategic partners and collaborations. It's important to share that positivity with them too. That's truly how I make a difference and influence businesses who are stuck. The real reason for me and my why is because it breaks my heart to see so many businesses suffering and not stepping up to contribute all they can with their value. The world needs us now more than ever before. And that's why I think we have to understand that we are a purpose-driven passionate business to impact and influence people. I don't care what kind of service you have in the world. So it's a better place than it was before.
You're mentioning it's introspection that's involved. Then you mentioned mastermind. And the mastermind, if you know where you should be going next, or there's a void and you're drawn to other folks that are either on the path, in other words, I like what they're doing. It's now starting to resonate. Is it a combination now of they got it and they got it and let me get better at it?
Yes, and yes. And here's the piece that I really want to deposit at this moment. And I want people to realize this truth. To do it alone is really hard. We buy our own basic stories. We don't even know what we don't know. We are the only thing in the way of our affluence, our success, our abundance. So when we come together with other businesses that are in alignment with our core values, the important roots that we make all decisions, when we come together with those folks is when everything changes, because we feel safe. We feel that we can share where we're holding ourselves back, where we're stuck. And this is what happens so beautifully and magically in my masterminds. There's so much authenticity, so much truth. I see people transform themselves in front of my eyes on Zoom, week after week. This is the truth that we need to look at. It takes bravery and courage to change. Having people around me who are a little bit farther ahead on the path can give me the next step to take with confidence, and making that decision to stretch out of where I am and where I'm comfortable. Every business has big dreams. They started that way, and those dreams are percolating in their soul. Coming together as a community, as a group, is, I believe, the game changer, because we are not meant to do this alone. No.
I've known you for a while now, and I find you very authentic. Can you tell me about a company that has integrated your approach and is living it?
Yes, I can. So there is a company that has been very successful for decades, and they had a big vision to improve the team building within their organization. It's a container company, and what they do is import products from other countries into Canada, and they are the distributor of selling products to container companies. So that now in containers, you can create rooms, you can create doors and windows. It's quite incredible what people are doing with containers nowadays versus decades ago. They have expanded and grown, and they're very successful. And they had me come in to support them in creating resilience and triumph with their team. So we did training in communication, in attitude, which is thinking above the line with that state of wonder. We did work on that aim high system, step by step, truth, trust, value, vision, focus, and celebration. The organization is completely transformed in situations out of their control. They now know that rather than go below the line to worry, their mantra is worry to wonder. So it's worry to wonder what's the solution. I wonder how I can deal with these products that we've received from another country that are not the quality that we need. We went into an exercise that I call the 5 whys, which takes you deeper and deeper into finding solutions and the truth. The transformation has been incredible and miraculous. The team is closer together. I took them through understanding each other's communication styles, so they know how to respect and honor each other through the words that they use. the questions that they ask each other, and how they can create that positive end result outcome quicker with more honor and respect for each other. The results have been astounding, and the whole entire energy and culture within the organization has elevated and has become incredible. And they share the same core values as I do. So it's been an honor and a privilege.
One thing I find very interesting about you, especially even what you said today, is you are a partner and an investor in more than one company. How can you focus and run 3 companies? That seems like a paradox.
Here's mine. And I'm going to go back to love-fueled business and taking that purpose and passion to profitability is when we are living in alignment with what matters most to us. I'm on a mission to bring love back to business. And that's everywhere I go in everything I do. As I said earlier, because there's too many businesses suffering and not achieving the results that they deserve. When we're in alignment with what matters most to us, and when we naturally, organically can serve in a way that's authentic, and also fueling ourselves. This love fueled is not just about fueling the other businesses. It's about fueling ourselves with that sense of celebration and appreciation and gratitude. It's natural. I am vibrant in my life because I lead with love.
Do you have any pushback from any? Someone looks back and the inner skeptic kicks in instead of the open-minded child, now the resistor. How do you manage that? And how do you get past that? I'm not sure.
I am very sure. Let me tell you how I got past that. I've been preaching and teaching this for over 30 years. I've had some pushback, some resistance in the keynote and motivational talks that I have done over the decades. I have had skeptics in the audience, someone that did not want to believe this as the truth. I always give people a voice in wherever I speak to be heard and honored, because at one point in time in my life, I was where they were. I am curious as to their position. I give them the space and the voice to be heard and let them know they don't need to take this on as a philosophy. I just request them to be curious. Just be curious.
Can you give me any examples of? I'll relate this. There's a gentleman who does mindfulness training, and he's telling me who he's talking to, and I'm going, oh, that'd be a hard crowd to deal with, because not that they're skeptics. It's just old style of approach, right? So these are older gents, been doing it for 30 years, the ability to teach a dog a new trick. And he explained, listen, you want to dodge that heart attack or that stroke, this is the way to do it so your pressure isn't always keyed up. And so he flipped them around. I thought, that's a hard audience to sell, right? Because they're already hard-nosed based on their business.
One of the hardest audiences I ever had to present to, and it was a huge contract that I had in British Columbia. I was hired as a communications specialist to change the minds of linemen that work for BC Hydro in the way they think, in the way they process. And what was happening is there was no communication between the old guys and the young people coming up. So there was issues. So I'll tell you how I did it. Before that contract, it was huge. I just thought, how am I going to get through to these guys? How am I going to share this information and get it to land? So I honored them. I shared with them who they were. I knew who they were. I knew the way they thought. And I created humor. So they were laughing. Humor And being open is how they received the information. Many of them communicated with me after and said, that information, it's really helped me in my relationship with my wife and my kids and my family, not just at work. So it's a matter of speaking to your audience or the other person and honoring who they are and where they are, releasing all judgment, which is what thinking above the line is. It's acceptance. And my purpose is because I really, truly, deeply desired that they realize the power of being conscious of your thoughts and what you're thinking and how that can absolutely change your life and your relationships. So that's how I did it. It worked great.
Carolyn, something I see, and maybe it's an overview and maybe it's wrong, but you can tell me. I would say with a couple of hats I've seen you wear, one of the things you sell is a toolkit.
Yes.
Now, not in terms of wrenches and hammers, but in thoughts and mindsets and things to equip them. How do you deal with people who won't open the toolkit and then shrug their shoulders and go, it just didn't work for me?
In my mastermind, at every single step, all 6 steps, I have tools, I have templates, I have processes, and I have a structure in there for people to participate or not. And I want to tell you, the people that are ready to change, that are willing to look at the truth where they are and shift their focus, make a specific decision to alter something they're doing, or what I call let go to lead. Those are the people that have extraordinary success, that are the people that have their arms crossed, the people that are in resistance to that. They truly are just not ready. And it comes back to 3 words that I live by: ask, allow, and receive. And the 4th that I don't mention always is accept. We have an opportunity to live our best life. The conversation that we had before we got on here is we need to honor ourselves and cherish this opportunity to be gloriously alive. We're not meant to be comfortable all the time or stay stagnant or stuck. We are meant to evolve, to grow, to expand, to learn. And just those small little things, small changes, make a massive impact on everything. Maybe it's me who plants partially a seed. Wayne, maybe they meet you and get another little piece that can support them. In life, it's planting this garden, and then it starts to grow this beauty and grace and flowers and gratitude. So it's all a step-by-step process. And it's not my job to change anybody, ever. I never have taken that responsibility on. It's up for me to share the information with purpose and passion and love and acceptance and compassion, releasing all judgment and just presenting it because it's worked for me. I hold the space for people for it to work for them too.
Is it a matter of confidence?
Yes. It's
There's your
both. Because when we make the decision to be willing to let go to lead, I had this mantra for a whole year. This is probably 7 years ago now, but the whole year, every day, I said to myself, what can I let go to rise up to be the leader that I am meant to be here? What can I let go of? And I just spent the whole year releasing, and more I became more confident, more relaxed, more trusting, more clear on the value that I was meant to bring to my service offerings, everything. It goes back again. It's when we're insecure, we suffer. We're not meant to, especially when there's answers out there immediately, if we're courageous enough to ask for the support, ask for the help, to invest in your business. I've invested so much in myself and my business from other coaches and leaders and masterminds along the journey that I've been. That's a commitment. That's being all in. Unless we just dip our toe, the success won't be there. We have to be all in here.
What is one habit that our listeners could jump in on right now and make a powerful impact in their life?
I have set up my support system. I call it my dream team. I have an incredible virtual assistant. She does everything I don't want to do, and she does way better than me. In your dream team, build relationships with other business leaders who you respect, who you admire, and who, over time, when you understand each other, they have your back. So when you get off the path, start thinking below the line. Here's the habit, an invitation for everybody. And this is what I do. I do not suffer for long. I want to feel good all the time. I love vitality. I love energy. I love to be purposeful and passionate because it feeds me. When I know I'm going down that path of thinking below the line, I reach out and I call in a lifeline. Like that show, The Millionaire, you pick up the phone, you got one call. Okay. I made a call yesterday morning. I knew I was taking this path, and I don't even allow that for 15 minutes. So I got to be honest with you. I have these people set up and I'm there for them. They speak the truth to me. They speak directly to who I am because they know me. And I go, yeah, okay. I'm going to let it go right now and move forward in my life. I just journaled about this morning. It always amazes me how quickly I can turn around those moments. In the past, I got stuck, not only for an hour, not a day, more than a week, sometimes a month. And I can do it now super quick. And it frees me. So that's the invitation. Set up your dream team. Be in service to them and let them reciprocate. Please ask for the support when you're off course. Ask for it. Do not spend any time suffering, because when you go below that line, it's really hard to pull yourself up to make that decision to go above the line. The longer you stay there, the more dangerous it is. And your manifestation process in your business will slow down to a halt, guaranteed.
So someone realizes they need to do a shift because they're just not happy. Either the sales is not where it should be. They're not happy. Their crew's not happy. The customers are going, yeah. How does it take them from you were way left field to get them back on track, back on the program? How long does that process roll for? Typically,
I tend to hire, or people tend to hire me when they've tried everything and it's just not working. It's about clarity. I have an incredible example that she turned her business around by shifting her niche market. She was burning out. She's a massage therapist. She was going to quit. She had lots of business, but she was burnt out physically, emotionally, mentally. So she shifted her niche market, decided to put everything into one niche market, which is looking after women who have breast cancer, which were her favorite clients, the ones that fueled her, that she loved and who loved her. So this is love-fueled business, heart-centered business. And her business grew. She created an online platform for women going through breast cancer. It's called the mastectomyguide.com. She has grown her vision from serving women going through breast cancer. Now she trains registered massage therapists around the globe to do what she did. And it's called the Mastectomy Guide Academy. And her business has become her purpose, passion, fuel that just fills her up. So that's what you can do. You need to decide who you love to serve. I love to serve people that are in alignment with their core values and leading with their purpose and their passion. Even if they don't know what that is, that's a part of my gift from God, is helping them define what that is. And then the strategy to move towards that, the strategic planning, the mindset, and the discipline, and the action steps to manifest a successful business. She's transformed her life. She's transformed her business. She's very successful now in a very short period of time, in less than 4 years.
I wish we had 7 hours so we can unpack it all. If a person has a gnawing that they're not getting what they need to get, and they want to do a good job and be treated with respect and dignity and give that back, but something's missing, how do they get to your toolkit?
So I have information that I would love to share with people. One very powerful tool that I've created in the last 6 months is called the Aim High Checklist. It is 30 days of specific focus and implementation action strategies that you can reflect on and take action on in your business for 30 days. The other thing that I have is called the Aim High Business Guide. This really outlines the 6-step process. Also, I invite the audience who is curious about where they are and where they can be to set up a purpose to profit strategy call with me. I provide that complimentary to businesses to just go on an exploration. I'm in service to you for 30 minutes to answer your questions. I invite people to be a part of what I love, my masterminds that I run every 3 months. I have a new group starting. There's usually 10 to 12 people in each group. We navigate over 5 months, meeting once every 2 weeks on the 6-step process with the tools, the templates, and the magic and the miracles happen in the group dynamic too. In the meetings and on the odd weeks, we meet every 2 weeks. On the odd weeks, they meet in accountability pods with direction, flow, and premise. Incredible things happen in those groups too. I attract heart-centered businesses. I attract businesses that have big dreams and just don't know how to make that happen. And we do that together.
There's a line I like is, why do psychics advertise? They should know to call you.
Definitely.
It's funny. But
Exactly.
give me a website. Give me a phone number. What do we do?
So my website is www.theinspiredconnection.ca, because it is about that inspired connection to make a decision, to move forward, to build momentum, to be authentic, to connect with your purpose, your passion, business. Go to my website, got lots of information in there. Also, my email address is simply Carolyn, Carolyn, at thatinspiredconnection.ca. I invite people to book a purpose to profit strategy call from the website, and I'd be honored to support you on your mission.
You know what, Carolyn? Thank you. And Wayne, thank you too. And more importantly, the Knack for Business listeners, we appreciate your time. If this resonated with you, if you're hitting a doldrum and you can't get out of it, Carolyn might have that magic for you. You get that heart-centered piece in there, then you're in tune with your business, your crew, and your clients.
To reach the podcast hosts, email them at infozoo@creativeinsight.com or by the website creativeinsight.com, spelled KREATIVINSIGHT.com. To reach Wayne at his email, wayneamotive8u.ca, that is MOTIVE, the numeral 8 and the letter u.ca, or his website, motive8u.ca. If you would like to be a guest on this podcast and share your knowledge, let us know. We would also appreciate your feedback on the content or format. Check the show notes for more details. For these podcasts, we like to acknowledge the support and thanks to the following people. Carl Richards from Podcast Solutions Made Simple, a renowned podcast expert. Fred Crouch, who is the Property Wizard podcaster, where Bernie is a co-host. Jovan Stryker from Ahos Hive, a co-working space that is more than just a space. Then Melanie Weber, Bernie's invaluable business partner, and Wayne Pratt from Motivate You Inc., who serves as both a coach and co-host of these podcasts. Disclaimer. Please note that the Knack for Business podcast episodes are meant solely for educational and general informational purposes. The information and opinions contained within are not intended to be professional advice on any subject matter. The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the participants are their own personal beliefs and do not represent the views of the podcast hosts or any affiliated organizations. It is important to note that this podcast is not a replacement for consulting with certified experts in your area who possess knowledge of your unique situation. The hosts of the podcast, along with any participants or affiliated groups, do not take responsibility for any actions taken or not taken based on the information presented in this episode. It is highly recommended that individuals seek guidance from their own personal advisors in fields such as accounting, law, or other pertinent areas prior to undertaking any actions or making decisions that may impact their financial, legal, or other aspects of life.